If you're enjoying stories like this, a simple like and share mean more than you know. I read every comment and your support truly helps. I never thought a holiday meant for warmth could turn into a quiet war zone. The house glowed with soft lights, evergreen branches, and the sweet bite of spice in the air. Voices overlapped in cheerful chaos as friends and relatives filled every corner. I had spent months preparing for this night, choosing the perfect emerald dress, matching heels, jewelry that caught the light just enough. Everything looked flawless. I wasn't. Across the room stood my husband, Ethan. We had been married for 6 years, long enough to know each other's habits, silences, and carefully hidden disappointments. He held a glass of wine, smiling politely, laughing at the right moments. To anyone watching, we looked fine. To me, he felt miles away. We weren't fighting. We weren't cold. We were something worse. Comfortable strangers pretending nothing had changed. For weeks, a reckless thought had been circling my mind, growing louder with each passing day. I told myself it was curiosity. I told myself it was harmless. Deep down, I knew it was dangerous. Liam was coming to dinner. Liam, my college boyfriend. The man who once knew how to make me laugh until my ribs hurt. Who made life feel spontaneous and electric. We hadn't spoken in years. Hadn't crossed paths since our lives split in different directions. Yet there he was, leaning against the kitchen counter, sleeves rolled up, wearing that same familiar grin that once made my heart race. The sight of him stirred something I had buried but never truly erased. I hated myself for noticing. I hated myself more for enjoying it. As the evening unfolded, music hummed softly in the background, glasses clinked and conversations flowed. Ethan moved from group to group, playing the gracious host. Every so often, his eyes met mine, and I wondered if he sensed the storm brewing inside me. I felt restless, pulled toward the kitchen under the excuse of needing more wine. Liam looked up as I approached, his smile softening, his gaze lingering just a second too long. In that suspended moment, memories flooded back. Late-night talks, shared dreams, laughter without effort. Felt young again, reckless again. Before I could stop myself, I leaned in. It wasn't dramatic or hungry. Just a brief, foolish kiss meant to awaken the past meant, if I was being brutally honest, to provoke something in my husband. I pulled away instantly, my heart slamming against my ribs. And then I saw Ethan. He stood still watching us. His expression didn't shatter or explode. There was no anger, no raised voice, no accusation. Just a calm, unreadable stillness that sent a chill through me. His grip tightened around his glass, knuckles pale. That silence was unbearable. I waited for the confrontation, the scene, the embarrassment. None of it came. He simply nodded once, turned away, and resumed polite conversation as if nothing had happened. The night continued around us. Desserts were served. Laughter rang out. No one noticed the fracture that had split my world in two. Liam glanced between Ethan and me, clearly confused, sensing something was wrong but unaware of the reason. Eventually, Ethan excused himself, saying he needed to check something outside. Minutes passed. And more. He didn't return. A pit formed in my stomach as I found him by the back door, coat in hand, staring out at the snow-covered yard. I tried to smile, tried to sound normal. "Are you okay?" he asked. He didn't look at me. His voice was steady, controlled. "We'll talk later." "Not here. Not tonight." And then he left. The rest of the evening blurred together. Music sounded hollow. Conversations felt distant. I moved through the room like a ghost, smiling when expected, nodding when spoken to, all while replaying his calm reaction over and over. It hurt more than shouting ever could have. The next morning, the bed beside me was cold and untouched. The silence in the house pressed in on my chest. When Ethan finally sat across from me at the table, his face gave nothing away. I tried to explain, tried to apologize. Words failed me. "I need space," he said quietly. "I can't do this anymore. Not now. Not ever." The finality in his tone froze me in place. This wasn't a threat. It wasn't an emotional outburst. It was a decision. I reached for his hand. He gently moved it away. I think we should separate. 6 years ended in a handful of calm sentences. In the days that followed, the house felt empty despite being full of memories. Every room echoed with what we used to be. Shared jokes, late-night talks, moments of closeness I had taken for granted. Called him, texted, left messages that went unanswered. He vanished from my life with a precision that left no room for doubt. And still, my mind kept returning to that single moment. Not the kiss, but his silence. His restraint. His clarity. It wasn't revenge he chose. It was distance. Weeks later, while putting away holiday decorations, I found an ornament from our first Christmas together. Holding it, I finally understood the weight of what I had done. I chased a fleeting thrill, thinking it would make me feel desired, alive. Instead, I destroyed something real. Some lines, once crossed, don't invite second chances. As snow drifted past the window, the truth settled in with painful clarity. Not every impulse deserves to be followed. Not every past belongs in the present. And not every love survives being tested by carelessness. I kissed a memory, hoping to ignite something new. I ended up losing both. If you've ever had a moment where one impulsive decision changed everything, you're not alone. Share your thoughts below. Your story might help someone pause before making the same mistake. And if this story resonated with you, a like and comment go a long way in helping others find it too.